Good morning and welcome to this session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing career and technical education webinar series. My name is Bob Martin and I am the President and CEO of the Imagine America Foundation. Joining me today is my foundation colleague, Lee Doubleday. We're very excited about today's topic, when is healthcare the perfect fit, with Rasmussen University. Rasmussen University is an institution of higher education dedicated to global enrichment and meeting the evolving needs of the diverse communities they serve. With an emphasis on innovative programs, dynamic curriculum, and general education skills, they are committed to being a pioneer in the field of career-focused education. Rasmussen University is also a new partner of the Imagine America Foundation scholarship programs. We're very excited about that. Rasmussen University is also, your students can now apply for a scholarship to attend Rasmussen University through our foundation. If you'd like more information on our scholarship program and your student's ability to apply for that scholarship, you can contact me at the Imagine America Foundation after this presentation, or go to our website at www.imagine-america.org.
Since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage in certified technicians. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country, desperately looking for qualified employees, so we need to do more. Our partner in today's presentation again is Rasmussen University, and joining us today to discuss in detail the looming shortage and how Rasmussen University is helping meet this need is Mary Kate Turek. Before turning the program over to Mary Kate, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with a question and answer session at the end of the presentation. All participants can submit questions while the presentation is in session via the Q&A or the chat feature in this Zoom meeting. At the end of the presentation, or approximately 10:25 a.m., I'll then present any questions offered by the participants. We'll address as many questions as possible and provide written responses and follow-up emails, but we will have a hard close at 10:30. So, without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Mary Kate. Mary Kate, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Lee. Good morning. So excited to be speaking with all of you. Again, my name is Mary Kate, and I have been with Rasmussen for almost 2 years as an admissions advisor. I have the honor every day of guiding students on their path of furthering their education and becoming college graduates. Before that, though, I was actually a high school history teacher in the Chicagoland area. So as a former teacher, I know that it is so vital to prepare kids for that next step outside of high school. The goal isn't just to get students to graduate high school, but to guide students to that next step that will help them to have a safe and secure future. For many students, that next step might be a traditional four-year university. But as we know, for many students, that might not be the right fit. Each student needs and deserves their own unique path beyond high school. And that is where Rasmussen University comes in, to offer students the option of a quality college education, even if the traditional college experience isn't for them. I am really excited to be showing you what Rasmussen is all about today, and I know we can be a great fit for some of your students. In our discussion today, we'll be highlighting the field of healthcare and the kinds of degrees and careers in healthcare students can launch at Rasmussen. Let me start by breaking down today's agenda. First, we'll talk a little bit about workforce trends. What kind of world can high school students expect to be entering into upon graduation? We'll take a look specifically at trends in the field of healthcare. And then, of course, we are going to talk about a degree in healthcare. What kind of programs can a student study? What does a Rasmussen healthcare education look like? What can students do with a healthcare degree? And finally, we'll end with a little bit about who Rasmussen is, what we stand for, and how we differ from other colleges out there in our strategy to help students not only start college, but graduate with a degree. So let's jump right in. Let's start with a quick overview of workforce trends. Essentially, what this slide is evidence of is what we as educators already know, that a college education makes a difference. It can provide a better life, higher salaries, and more security. And how do we know this? Let's take a look at the numbers right here. Just so you know, all of this information is provided by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or the BLS. And what these charts are illustrating is the wage and unemployment disparities between different education levels. So take a look at that first bar chart on your left. It's illustrating the differences in average weekly wages that a person with different education levels can expect to receive. It starts by showing how much a person with a high school diploma can earn, to expected wages with a high school diploma, all the way up to expected wages that a person can earn with a bachelor's degree. You can see very clearly that the higher the education level, the higher the wages. We know that having a college degree will help your students have a better, brighter future because it will help them to be able to earn more money. Looking at figure 2, you see highlighted the average unemployment rate by education levels. And you can see that as your education level increases, your chances of becoming unemployed decrease. So not only can those who hold a college degree earn more money, but they can also be better protected from unemployment and times of economic hardship. A higher education is so vital to helping to create a financially secure future. We know that importance here at Rasmussen, and we take that responsibility of helping each student reach that more secure future very, very seriously. So let's keep moving on. Let's dive right in to take a look at an education and a career in healthcare specifically, starting with what students can expect in the field after graduation. So if anyone out there needed any convincing about the importance of healthcare, the pandemic has just drilled into all of us the immense need for nurses, medical assistants, and healthcare administration to save lives. There is an immense demand for medical skills and knowledge, and the proof of that is in this projected job outlook. This info is again coming from the BLS, and it shows that average job growth for all jobs versus the average job growth for jobs in healthcare. The need for employees in general is going to grow about 7.7% over the next 10 years. But for healthcare, the need for healthcare professionals is going to skyrocket by 16%. It's over double the average job growth for other industries. So what does this mean? This means that people with skills and degrees in the field of health are needed, and there's opportunity, growth, and job security. Teachers and students know almost better than anyone the impact that this pandemic has had just on our day-to-day lives alone. Talk of healthcare and medical care is everywhere. We need medical and healthcare professionals. And with a college degree, your students can be prepared to fill that need. So let's take a quick minute. Let's take a break from all the numbers and figures. And I want you to just think about your students for a second. You all and I share a similarity in our jobs, and that's we want to help our students to find the right career fit. Think about your conversations with your juniors and seniors, your knowledge of them, and start brainstorming some students that you either know want to go into healthcare or you think might be a good fit for healthcare. Healthcare is such a diverse field, so there really is a spot for every interest and personality. But some traits that really stand out as good fits for healthcare careers are listed right here. Traits like compassion immediately come to my mind. Who of your students straight away pops into your head when you think of caring and kindness? Or which students have shown an interest in community service or helping other students? Communication is also key as a healthcare provider. Which one of your students do you think of as personable, relatable, or always ready to make a new friend, or maybe have a hard time being quiet during class? Other key traits are detail-oriented and critical thinkers or problem solvers, maybe even students who lean towards math and science. Now, not every student is going to have all of these traits. Some students probably even have more traits. But hopefully now you have an idea of the kind of student who may be interested in healthcare and what to look for and talk about when speaking to students about a career in healthcare, using skills and traits that they can understand and feel relatable to them. And no matter a student's traits or strengths, the amazing thing about healthcare is that it is such a diverse field. There truly is a professional fit for every person and every personality. There are two main routes that a student can go down in healthcare field, and that is either direct patient care or indirect patient care. Direct patient care really focuses on one-on-one interactions with patients, caring for their needs, working to answer their questions or calm their concerns. A student who's maybe more outgoing or truly has that passion to help people hands-on in an interactive way, they can probably find a lot of fulfillment in a direct patient care career, like registered nurse, medical assistants, pharmacy technician, or one of the many other options that work one-on-one with patients. Students who still want to go into the medical field, but maybe aren't looking for that direct patient interaction, or maybe even have a strong strength in technology or leadership, they may find their niche in indirect patient care as a healthcare information technician, healthcare office manager, or medical biller and coder. The good news is, whatever their interests and strengths, Rasmussen has an admissions advisor here to walk them through their options and find the fit that's right for them. So we've talked quite a bit about what a career in healthcare can look like, but now I do want to pivot and talk about what an education in healthcare looks like. Specifically, what does a healthcare education at Rasmussen University look like? Now, for most programs, students would start out by enrolling at the certificate level. There are a few exceptions to this rule, like our registered nursing program, but for the most part, most majors start in the diploma or certificate level. And there are two major benefits to Rasmussen certificates. First of all certificate classes are career focused. This means that students get to jump right into learning the ropes of their degree without spending additional time or money on general education courses. The certificate classes are focused on the subject of healthcare that students have already shown an interest in, so it can help hold their attention longer than, say, a general education class that maybe they aren't so interested in. Secondly, most certificates can be completed in as few as 9 to 12 months. So in potentially less than a year, your students can be earning a college degree and learning valuable skills that are valued by employers. Our certificates are an amazing way to jumpstart a student's career, especially if one of your students may not be thrilled about the idea of a traditional 4-year degree. You know your students best, so if there's someone you work with that isn't sure what the next step should be for them, talk to them about a Rasmussen certificate. The thought of earning a college degree in as little as 9 months might be the difference between them enrolling in a certificate at Rasmussen versus potentially not going to college at all. And while certificates are an awesome way to jumpstart a student's career, we do, of course, offer degrees beyond that level as well. Once students finish their certificate, they are eligible to continue on to their associate's and even their bachelor's degree. This is when they'll start completing their general education courses and, of course, dig deeper into the subject of their major, like health information technology or their core nursing classes. The really cool thing about this kind of degree laddering that Rasmussen offers, though, is that since students can already have a degree in a highly in-demand subject like, say, medical billing and coding or pharmacy tech, they can begin working in the field, gaining experience, adding to their resume, all while continuing on while earning their associate's or bachelor's degree in a flexible online or hybrid learning format. In each of these degree levels, students are going to be learning from experts in the field. Not only from professors who have a lot of experience with online teaching, but who have a lot of experience in the field and majors themselves. The curriculums are also designed to help students pass certification exams that employers are really looking for. So students are not just graduating with a degree, but they can be graduating with additional industry certifications that really make them marketable and stand out to potential employers. And these additional certifications do start at the certificate level, and more are available as they reach the associate's and bachelor's degree. Now, I do want to take some time to really emphasize the personalized individual support that is offered to each and every student here at Rasmussen. Now, this personalized support, this dedication to student success, This is what I personally think Rasmussen does best. Now, a little bit about myself. I am actually a first-generation college student. When I was graduating high school and making the decision to go to college, I was pretty much on my own for the most part. I didn't know what FAFSA was. I didn't know how to pick a major. And subsequently, I transferred schools 3 different times and I changed my major 5 different times before landing on my fit of education. Now, I can't help but wonder if I had someone guiding me through the process of starting college, helping me through financial aid, getting to know me, and helping me to decide a major, would that have helped me from potentially wasting some of that time and money while I was trying to find the right fit for me? The reason why I love Rasmussen so much is because I believe our process is special, because we have the bandwidth and the passion to truly get to know our students one-on-one. Students are far from being just another number here at Rasmussen. From the get-go, students are in touch with a personalized admissions advisor who truly does take the time to walk students through every step of the way. Because we know college is a brand new experience to our students, we walk them through our programs. We spend as much time as necessary finding the right degree fit and career fit for our students. We are right there with them on the phone, or safety willing with the pandemic, we can even be sitting next to them on the computer, helping them apply for FAFSA and outlining their schedule from the first day to their graduation day to ensure that no stone is left unturned, and we can help make sure that they're taking every class they need from start to finish to help them graduate on time. We truly do care about our students and put what it takes to help them succeed first. Once our students start school, their academic advisors continue guiding them through all the support we have available for them to succeed. From peer mentors and mental health services that can help them adjust to the changes of college, to librarians and personal tutors who are there to help them through classes and assignments, all the way up to our career service advisors who help them prepare for that next step after their college graduation. There is always someone here at Rasmussen to answer questions, offer support, and be a guide to our students. When I say we provide personal support here at Rasmussen, I mean truly personal, individualized support. Our students are everything, and their success is our success. So for students that you know may need that extra support, for students who this may be they may be the first one in their families going to college, or for students that you know just might need or appreciate that extra TLC or handholding. That is truly what Rasmussen does best. Now, in addition to all of our support, one of the many other ways that Rasmussen supports students in their education is by offering flexibility in our scheduling through the use of online and hybrid learning. I want to emphasize, Rasmussen specializes in flexibility and career-focused education. How do we do that? Through online and hybrid degree options. Our School of Healthcare has many programs: medical billing and coding, pharmacy tech, medical administrative assistance. These programs have no on-campus attendance requirements. They take place 100% online in very flexible formats. Other programs like medical assisting and registered nursing do have some on-campus requirements, but they are intermixed in a hybrid format similar to what students in high school are used to learning from today, where some time is spent virtually in the classroom and some time is spent physically in the classroom. Now, students in these hybrid direct patient programs sometimes work in their labs virtually with professors, and sometimes they do come on campus and work in our simulation labs in person. Our direct patient programs are incredibly hands-on. Students work side by side with their instructors, who themselves are experts and oftentimes currently working in the field. Students learn from the leaders in the field to get not only the knowledge, but the confidence to go out in the field, work with patients, both in their Rasmussen clinicals and in their jobs upon graduation. Now, I know from my time as a teacher, I had a lot of students who worked or maybe had other responsibilities that were very big priorities for them. With traditional on-campus courses, students would have to fit their work and their personal schedules around classes. And that can sometimes cause frustration or even be a barrier to success for certain students. But with online and hybrid classes like here at Rasmussen, they don't have to make that compromise. Rasmussen offers a freedom and a flexibility that for some students may be the difference of ultimately graduating or not. You probably even see that after the pandemic, there are even students out there who realize they prefer online learning over on campus. Rasmussen offers those students a way to earn a degree in a way that's best for both their schedule and their learning style. Now, as we wrap up, I just want to emphasize the long-standing history that Rasmussen does have of serving students. We were founded over 120 years ago, and we have only grown since then. For the larger part of the 21st century, we have been largely online. So while other community colleges and universities are still struggling to learn how to live with COVID 2 years into this pandemic, Rasmussen has for years been a leader in online education. We have over 23 campuses throughout the country, 4 of which are here in the suburbs of Chicago. And as a university, we are regionally accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, or the HLC. And we have over 50 programs and degree options. So I know we spent a lot of time talking about healthcare, but no matter what a student is interested in, our admissions advisors are here to help them find their perfect fit. In addition to our rich history, we are also, of course, very proud partners with Imagine America. Affordability is always a focus here at Rasmussen, and high school graduates who plan to attend Rasmussen University are eligible to apply for a $1,000 scholarship through Imagine America to help them fund their education. In order to qualify, high school graduates do need to meet a couple of qualifications. And this includes they do need to have a GPA of 2.5 or above. They must demonstrate a need for financial aid, and they must also have demonstrated a commitment to community service. But if they meet these qualifications, you should absolutely encourage your students to apply for the Imagine America Scholarship. More information can be found at the site listed here. It is an amazing opportunity to help students save some money on their journey to earning a Rasmussen University degree. And if you have any questions or want to learn more about this awesome scholarship, please do visit that website. Thank you all for taking the time to come and listen and learn what Rasmussen is all about. I hope after today you are as confident as I am that Rasmussen University is a fantastic fit for some of your students. If you have any questions about what we spoke about today, please do not hesitate to reach out. My email and direct number are listed here. Additionally, if you have questions about the Imagine America Scholarship, please visit their website to learn more. I'm so looking forward to connecting with all of you, and I'm so looking forward to connecting with your students to help them prepare to start college in 2020 or 2022, or the 2023 school year. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mary Kate. We are going to open this up for our question and answer portion of the presentation. I've also launched a poll question. If you'd like somebody to contact you about presenting similar information to your students, please indicate so on the poll so that we know who to reach out to. Mary Kate, this person wants to know whether or not students can apply for the FAFSA to come to Rasmussen.
Fantastic question. Yes, we encourage every last one of our students to apply for FAFSA financial aid through the federal government. In fact, through our admissions process, part of our customer service portion of the admissions process is we will walk students through that FAFSA application to help make sure that they're doing it properly and getting it in on time to get the aid that they are potentially eligible for. So yes, absolutely, we accept FAFSA and encourage everyone to apply for it.
Yeah, Mary Kate, this is Bob again. I guess the key thing is to this FAFSA question also is for all the listeners to realize that in order for an institution to have their students qualify for FAFSA, they have to be accredited. And in your case, you want to repeat your accreditation real quickly?
Yes, absolutely, Bob. We are regionally accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, or the HLC. And that's a very common accrediting body throughout the state of Illinois.
Yeah, and regional accreditation is very interesting because that's the same as most traditional colleges. That would be in Illinois, University of Illinois, DePaul, are all regionally accredited institutions, right?
That is correct.
And
if you want to learn more about our accreditation, you can absolutely reach out to me. I'd be happy to tell you a little bit more. But Bob is totally correct.
Yeah, the other question, and I'm paraphrasing this question, has to do with your career ladder discussion, where you looked at certificates, they say to associates to bachelors. Can you just very quickly just kind of restate that? And I think that they're more asking about is this an opportunity for a person who wants to stick their toe in and explore a career on a certificate level before trying to figure out where they want to fully commit to the bachelor's?
Great question. So to kind of reiterate Rasmussen's degree laddering, in the field of healthcare, I do want to make the little caveat that with our degrees in healthcare, depending on which major a student wants to go into, they may be starting at a certificate level or they may be starting at an associate's level. So if they're interested in registered nursing, they want to be a nurse, they would start at the associate's degree level. For the majority of other programs, though, such as information technology, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, medical administration, they would be starting at that certificate level. So that core level that can be finished in as few as 9 to 12 months, focused on classes that are just specific to the major itself. Yeah, and the reason why we do start and allow students to start at that certificate level is because it is that fast track route to learn the material, get the degree, get certifications within that field, and start in entry level positions to start learning, the ropes of the field or the ropes of the job that they're potentially interested in before moving on to more education with that associate's or bachelor's degree. If they wanted to stop at the certificate level, they could. And they could, stick with jobs that they would be eligible for with that certificate. However, if they wanted to move on to the associate's and bachelor's degree, which we would encourage them to do so and talk to them about, it gives them the option to be working in the field with their certificate while moving on through the associate's and the bachelor's degree.
Yeah, where Mary Kay, where I'm hearing support for success, support for success, support for success. In other words, what I'm hearing is a kind of environment that allows an individual who is not quite sure whether or not they're ready to do it or whether or not they're up for it, to get into a program that's going to be supportive, get you something that confirms that you can do it and there is an opportunity for you. And then there's also a migration pattern for them to take that to the next level and to the next level. Is that fair to say?
100% hit the nail on the head. And the cool thing about many of our degrees is if you start in a certificate, say in medical billing and coding, you're not necessarily married to that major all the way up to the bachelor's degree. We can always talk about switching to another program for your associate's degree if you find that maybe medical billing and coding isn't for you, and instead you want to learn a different aspect of the healthcare career for your associate's degree. So we can absolutely talk with students about finding the right fit for them, even if they've already graduated with a certificate.
Great, great. I think you completely hit the nail on the head, answered the question. Any other questions, Lee, before we close off today's session?
Nope.
Well, for the purpose of informing our listeners, the Imagine America Foundation would like to thank every one of the educators that have taken time out of their very busy schedule to listen to today's outstanding presentation. We know you got competing interest, and we know you got a lot of people that are at your door that want to talk to you. And we just really appreciate you carving out a little bit of time for us. We also like to thank Mary Kate with Rasmussen University for an outstanding presentation that really gives you an idea of what the Rasmussen advantage is, or the Rasmussen edge is. And I would really encourage any and all of you to contact her directly. You have the contact information with any questions regarding generic healthcare career opportunities, because that was the discussion on today's show, or Rasmussen, or online, and then more importantly, FAFSA. How do I pay for all this sort of thing? But on behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Lee Doubleday, I'd like to thank each and every one of you and hope you have a great day. Goodbye.